Hi all, welcome to my channel. Let's discuss some of the trending topics in India. So let's get into the topic now. The first topic is about Karnataka Chief Minister Yediyurappa has scheduled a cabinet meeting on Thursday to discuss the need of another lockdown in the face of rising COVID-19 cases in the state, especially Bangalore. Some cabinet ministers have not ruled out the possibility of another lockdown being imposed to contain the spread of COVID-19. Home Minister Baswaraj Bommai acknowledged that much was being talked about the lockdown. The CM is reviewing the situation every day. Even the media is conveying public sentiment. Whether or not lockdown should be imposed is an important issue. With COVID-19 cases increasing, we have to keep in the mind that management of pandemic, economic activities, and the financial position of the government should be stable, they added. Health Minister B. Srimulu said that matter will be discussed with a committee of experts. We will discuss this with the CM and also consult the center, he added. There are more cases in Bangalore because of people who come from outside, so some areas have already been sealed down. Next topic is India's richest states will have biggest income losses. India's richest states will see the biggest declines in per capita income in the next year, given that many of them are urbanized and were worst hit by the stringent lockdown conditions, according to research by the State Bank of India. 8 of the wealthiest states and union territories will post double-digit contractions in income in the fiscal year March 2021, with Delhi the hardest hit. The states constitute almost half of India's gross domestic product. These states are Delhi, Chandigarh, Gujarat, Tamil Nadu, Telangana, West Bengal, Andaman and Nicobar Islands, Maharashtra. For the country as a whole, per capita income will probably decline by 5.4% this year. India has the world's largest lockdown to contain the COVID-19 pandemic. Major cities quickly became virus hotspots and businesses, markets, shopping malls were all closed for several weeks, resulting in job losses and sharp declines in income in these areas. Now restrictions are being slowly eased across the country, so consumers are yet to return to the stores. The next topic is urban and multi-state cooperative banks will be under RBI supervision. The government on Wednesday said all cooperative banks and multi-state cooperative banks will come under the supervision of the Reserve Bank of India, a development aimed at providing comfort to depositors of these banks. Urban cooperative banks and multi-state cooperative banks will be brought under the RBI supervision process applicable to commercial banks, Information and Broadcasting Minister Prakash Javadekar said while briefing media about the cabinet decisions. He said an audience in this regard will be promulgated. There are about 1,400 crore urban cooperative banks and 58 multi-state cooperative banks with a depositor base of about 8.6 crore. This decision seems significant amid lakhs of depositors facing problems after a scam in the multi-state Punjab and Maharashtra cooperative banks. The next topic is IMF predicts sharp contradictions in Indian economy. The IMF on Wednesday projected a sharp contraction of 4.5% for the Indian economy in 2020, a historic low, citing the unprecedented coronavirus pandemic that has nearly stalled all economic activities, but said that country is expected to bounce back in 2021 with a robust 6% economic growth rate. The International Monetary Fund, which is IMF, projected the global growth at negative 4.9% in 2020, 1.9% below the April 20 economic forecast. We are projecting a sharp contraction in 2020 of negative 4.5%. Given the unprecedented nature of this crisis, as the case of almost all countries, this projected contraction is a historic low, Indian American IMF's chief economist has added. The COVID-19 pandemic has made a more negative impact on the activity in the first half of 2020 than anticipated, and the recovery is projected to be more gradual than previously forecasted. For the first time, all regions are projected to experience a negative growth in 2020. In China, the recovery rate from a sharp contraction in the first quarter is underway. Growth is projected at 1% in 2020, India's economy is projected to contract by 4.5% following a longer period of lockdown and slower recovery than anticipated in April. Next topic is Indian military has participated in Victory Day parade in Russia. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh said he was extremely proud that a 75-member tri-service contingent of the Indian Armed Forces participated in the 75th anniversary of the Victory Day parade at the iconic Red Square here on Wednesday. Rajnath Singh arrived here on 3-day visit on Tuesday at the invitation of Russian Ministry of Defense to attend the celebrations. Attending the Victory Day parade at Red Square in Moscow today, he said he is very proud and he has tweeted too that he is proud that he has attended the Victory Day parade in Russia. Impressive turnout of the tri-service contingent of the Indian Armed Forces at the Victory Day parade in Moscow is indeed an extremely proud and happy moment for everyone. The tri-service contingent of the Indian Armed Forces comprised 75 all ranks and marched along with contingents of Russian Armed Forces and 17 other countries, according to an official statement. Jio will play a key role in development of 5G ecosystem in India. Reliance Jio would play a key role in the development of the 5G ecosystem in India based on the market dynamics, Reliance Industries said in the latest report. On the issue of floor price for mobile services, the company noted that market dynamics have improved in the recent past as reflected by December hikes by operators. The government has also expressed its intentions of conducting the next round of spectrum auctions during the fiscal year 2020. Jio, with its 5G ready network and extensive fiber assets, would play a key role in the development of the 5G ecosystem in India based on the market dynamics. In a letter to shareholders, Reliance Industries chairman Mukesh Ambani said that there are still millions of 2G phone users who cannot use the internet, highlighting an urgent need for India to transition fully from 2G to 4G era and beyond, and underlining the opportunity Jio has in such transformation. Over the past 2 years, JioPhone has successfully transitioned from 100 million subscribers phone, which is 2G, to 4G network. Ambani noted that the Jio's success in building technology successfully for India and its ability to proliferate across the country has attracted global technology leaders like Facebook and Microsoft to forge a partnership with it. Reliance Jio continues to add subscribers to a rate unprecedented in the telecom world with 387 million mobile data subscribers as of March 31, 2020. Thank you for watching this video. Kindly like and comment on this video if you like. If you want me to further improve the video presentation, please share your inputs in the comment section so that I can improve myself. Once again, thank you for watching this video.